here. I just have to sell my stuff and go to bed.
Works for me. One thing I noticed about the safe icebox is it has ridiculous... I'm not even sure anything ever spoils in it.
Oh, yeah, that's another feature of it.
Feature, huh?
Yeah, there is a mod that if I were to install it, but it adds in another item, that would cause it to not permanently.
Yeah, because to me it just seems a little too good, I guess. Like, the cost of it was not extremely expensive or prohibitively expensive. So it just strikes me as a bit odd that it's so ridiculously good, I guess. Well, I should make some food here anyway. Let us see. What should we work on? There's a spider trying to knock down my invincible walls.
I'm happy. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I got a prismatic shard in Stardew Valley, so now I can finally craft a wedding ring. Hehehe.
Ooh. Who's your lucky intended?
Well, wedding rings are only for other players.
Interesting. I didn't know that. When you played single player, because I know you could get married to the characters in single player, how did that work then?
You have to first buy a bouquet from Pierre's shop, and that will get you into dating them. And then once you've reached a high enough heart level, you have to buy a mermaid pendant from a creepy old man when it's raining.
As one does. I see.
The NPCs are terrible, though. Well, I married Sebastian, and he's a lazy ass. And someone else married Haley, and they had taken care of their 100+ animals, watered all the crops, and I worked so hard the whole day. And then when they came back, Haley was like, "You could have at least cleaned up around here." That's why everybody hates Haley.
So there is a bonus, isn't there, that's applied if you have an NPC as your spouse in that game? Or am I thinking of a different game?
Yeah, you can, sometimes they'll give you items, like Sebastian would give me coffee.
Yeah, okay.
And sometimes they'll repair fences, but I think that's pretty much it.
Because I seem to remember either hearing or reading something about that. Wait, I did not need to drop the book. I need to get my shadow miner. Welcome.
Ah, my koalaphant's still here.
Yeah, deer clops didn't kill much of anything. Unfortunately, it was Kula who got hit the hardest when the deer clops came by. And it's really sad too, because just before that, when he left, it was because he had all of his things burn. He was like by a campfire, and the basilisks attacked him at night, and they killed him. And so
Ouch.
everything in his inventory started on fire. Yeah, he kind of decided to call it a night after that. Wait, have you discovered more damage I was previously unaware of?
Oh, wait. Maybe that stuff was already left on the ground. I just noticed there was a whole bunch of manure and grass left on the ground, and for a second I thought he had made farms.
I think that is what got destroyed.
Was it a farm?
I think it was an improved farm, yeah.
RIP.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you're not around to defend your stuff.
I'm glad nothing of mine got destroyed, right?
Yeah, well. There's really no deliberation to it. It was just what happened. Wait, wasn't I supposed to give you something before you left? Not sure.
I don't think so. But if you want to give me some rotten eggs, that'd be wonderful.
Did you just pass the rotten eggs?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I would have picked them up, but my inventory was full at the time. I'm planning on going
I need
over...
them to make a basement eventually.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. I was planning on going over tomorrow to the Mac Tusk again. Hopefully it's respawned. And maybe we can get another Tusk for Walking Cane. Yeah. What am I looking for here? This happens to me when I first join a game. I'm just not sure of what I was doing before. Is there any benefit that the players would get? Similar to the NPCs in Don't Stardew Valley.
Any benefit for what?
From being married to them.
Oh, nah, it's just for fun.
Okay. Well, you can tell spring is coming.
Ooh, gears.
Okay, there's more ice over here. So I don't know how much ice you have at the moment, but I'm going to be getting...
I only needed to make a fling-o-matic and I already did, so...
Okay.
I don't usually use ice otherwise.
Well, it has infinite durability. Providing it's kept inside a refrigerator.
Oh yeah, I hope my bird didn't die.
I remember Kola telling me that my trap had caught a bird, but I don't remember if he actually put it away for me. I wonder if Kula's going to join tonight or not, because I saw him in Don't Starve a little bit, but then he left. I should have messaged him or something to let him know that I wasn't just going to be playing Stardew if it didn't. Well, I guess that's the thing, right? I didn't know if it was going to work or not at the time, so I guess it makes sense then. This is the weekend, which is when I usually like to try different games.
I have 5 gears.
What did you happen to stumble upon that you got so many?
I fought a couple of clockworks. I forgot where in the world they were.
Ah, okay. I didn't do any fighting. I just got the rook to destroy them for me.
I did that too.
Oh, really? We had 2 of those in this world? I didn't know that.
No, the other rook, and then I killed the rook. Because I remember I had to kill like 1 clockwork before you found it, and then after you found it and had it kill a bunch, I just killed the rook.
Okay, so you took out that rook then?
Yeah.
Ah. I'm not sure.
It helped me kill hounds.
I just realized the one downside to having my chests over here in this tiny corner is I have to rotate the map to be able to see what's in it. Oh, the bird is still in the trap. Nice. Oh, I caught another bird. Well, then I guess I'll just have to cook this one. Wait, what happens if you cook a bird and it gives you a feather? Is that even possible?
It doesn't. If you cook a live bird, it's guaranteed to give you a morsel.
Oh. Huh. That's pretty interesting. I hadn't considered that before. Okay, today is the last day of winter, so I'm gonna have to go over there and see if MacTusk has respawned.
Oh boy. Spring. That means insanity and lots of death.
I have an eyeball.
What do you want for it?
I'm not sure. Because I would need a raincoat. But I'm not sure how far away if... Ooh, two tentacle spots. Yeah. Would you rather have a raincoat or an umbrella?
Umbrella, definitely.
Okay.
Because then I can have my backpack.
Ah, yes. The people who use backpacks.
Sympathizer.
Yeah, I'm not so keen on the whole backpacks. Oh, I just realized something here. We
Die, piggies!
didn't have any music there.
Oh crap, my helmet broke. I have to be very careful now.
Found more rotting eggs. Wait, what happened to my... Okay, there's my miner. I really shouldn't waste any time, though. MacTusk only comes at this time of year. Okay. Let's see. What games did you usually play before stuff like Don't Starve?
Minecraft. Online pet sim games. Stupid stuff like that.
Kind of like Facebook type games?
Yeah.
Oh. Look, what got you more interested in, let's say, PC gaming side of it?
Oh yeah, I also played some Xbox games my brother owned. I'm not sure.
You just happened to see a game that you thought looked cool and...
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably one of the most innocent ways of getting into it. Like, some people get into it for some sort of sense of superiority, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's back. There are the hounds. My problem. I forgot a weapon. What the hell? How does this happen? Oh, that's how it happened. I gave it to Kula because he was fighting a Terrorbeak at the time. Okay, well, here goes nothing. I gotta start chasing him. There we go.
I'm just gonna take stuff off this corpse. Casually and
corpse, you said. Oh, what a time to freeze to death.
It's not your corpse.
God, I hope not. Okay, this is actually a very bad thing. Maxwell, place down the campfire. Come on. How did I forget? Okay, he's still fighting the spiders. This actually gives me an excellent opportunity to fight him. Because he's walking back now, I think. No, okay, good. Yeah, the spiders did a decent job of distracting him from me. Oh, we have one. You will also be able to have a walking cane. I have a second tusk here.
Goody.
Unless you don't want one.
Could I trade you an umbrella for the eyebrow?
Okay. With the condition that I'll give you a tusk in exchange for tentacle spots in the future.
I have one tentacle spot.
That's a start. When you were Wigfoot, I did prefer having the raincoat because I usually use battle helms anyway. Unfortunately, my lantern's down to 8% and I forgot to refuel it.
Good job.
Yeah, I know how to make the game artificially difficult for myself. So, earlier this year I did an experiment type thing where I got a compressor and an equalizer for my audio setup. I kind of realized I'm probably never going to use it because shortly after I actually purchased them, I came to the realization that my actual audio interface has a built-in parametric equalizer, which can add... Okay, so just as an example, just let me craft the torch first. I'm gonna say 2 lines, one with the parametric and one without. And tell me if you can hear a difference in my voice.
Okay.
Okay. This is without parametric. This is with parametric.
There was barely a difference, but I couldn't really tell what it was.
I can make it sound different for sure. Let me see here. We're gonna do a different preset. What do you think about telephone? Does this sound different now?
That sounds very different.
Yeah, okay. So that was the telephone one. This is deep bass boost. This is glitter. Sounds, it's got a lot more treble to it. Cheap headphones. What else do we have? High frequency cut. So basically what ended up happening was I realized I didn't need the equalizer, the hardware equalizer, right? It's one of those little boxes with a whole bunch of band sliders on it. Maybe you've seen one of them. Like home stereos sometimes have them. Where it's like a graphic equalizer, yeah. So it was one of those things. And I don't think I'm gonna end up using it, so I'm probably just gonna sell it again. Which is a little bit sad, but at the same time, I learned that my actual audio interface has this ability to it. So that's a good thing. What was I even using before? Was it just bass boost? I guess it was.
If I had the thing that cuts out the higher frequencies, you wouldn't be able to hear me at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not somebody who's very good at audio engineering. I think I did an okay job for the most part in terms of how I've balanced my audio in a lot of the content that I do. Like, maybe it's a little weird. I don't know how you feel about listening to yourself in general.
I don't like listening to myself.
Okay, so in general, I guess I don't either. But like once I actually start listening to myself, I'm like, yeah, that's okay. And then I'm like, I'm good with it after you get that over that initial, I don't know, dislike, I guess you could say, of it. Because I don't know if you know this, but like there are for the streams, they get archived for like 2 weeks. And you can go back and watch them. And I went back to take a look at some of the ones that have been copyright claimed on YouTube. And I was just sitting there listening to it. I was like, yep, this is actually not that bad of a stream. Which I didn't expect to ever think of, but hey. Because I have this tendency, I guess you could say, to consider what I do to be inferior, like whatever anybody else does.
I know exactly how you feel. That's how I am with my art.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice just once in a while to think that yours isn't really that much different in the grand scheme of things. I don't know. That's a angry beefalo right there.
love my base. It's so beautiful so far. Also, I'll leave the tentacle spots and the umbrella in your base. Just bring me the walking cane and the umbrella whenever.
Will do.
And if I find more tentacle spots, just remind me and I'll bring them to you.
Okay. That carpet.
Would you like a top hat?
I'm thinking I probably will need armor for my head. As Maximo, you might have noticed that I do not necessarily lose that much sanity, which is a nice thing.
I can offer you a single pig skin to help make up for the fact I only have one tentacle spot.
Okay.
It's the last pig skin I have.
Oh, you used the other one for the umbrella?
Yeah.
Okay. How can my heart be growing cold when I'm standing next to a warm thermostone? Does not compute. I'm getting more eggs that you can use once they're rotted.
Ooh, goody.
Should probably equip this umbrella.
I love my beard. It's beautiful.
Your beautiful beard. Your grandpa beard.
I'm
As I think
Grandpa
of it.
Weber.
Yeah, he looks like a bit of an old codger to me. With that beard.
But he's an adorable old codger.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better, I suppose. One thing I'm a little bit surprised by is that... Wait, do you want an ancient cane or a regular one?
Ancient.
Okay. Wow, I'm down to 2 twigs. Okay, I'm leaving it by your camp.
Okay.
Should probably make myself some trail mix. What do you think of, like, food challenges where you sort of limit your diet as to what you can eat in the game?
I feel like that would be really difficult.
I imagine it would be, but that's part of the compelling aspect of it.
Well, I already have trouble with Don't Starve. If you couldn't tell.
I thought you did a pretty good job. Wait, do you think I'm better?
Yeah.
You know more of the code base than I do.
Knowledge isn't everything.
It's a pretty significant edge, though. Like,
True.
I think one of the reasons I gravitate towards games that require a lot of knowledge to play is because, you know, you can pick up a knowledge advantage over other people. It's not purely based on skill. It seems to me like where I'm most competitive is just sort of out knowing other players. What would be a good word to describe that? Basically where I know more about the game than other people who play it, and that's how I can be successful at it.
Being a smarty pants?
I don't know if it's necessarily being smarty pants. It's more along the lines of that's where my competitive edge can come from. Just having a better understanding of how the game works than most people do. Whereas some people are like legitimately more skilled when it comes to their actual movements and stuff. Like you think about Twitch type gameplay, and I'm not saying Twitch is a service, but first person shooters and whatnot, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, those games rely a lot less on, well, maybe I shouldn't say that because those games have more of a social aspect to them, don't they? Where you're sort of guessing what other players are going to do, and that's where some of the edge can come in. But it's not necessarily something that can be learned, right? You can't look it up in a wiki to get that information. I talk too much sometimes, don't I?
Nah.
Does it get that same feeling? Like, I'm just droning
not
on.
responding. I don't really know what to say.
What would you like to discuss?
I don't know.
That doesn't help me.
This weather, what do you think of all this rain?
My, it is a bit damp out, isn't it?
Oh yeah, where's the stuff you left me?
I left the walking cane by the fire, didn't I?
Oh, right. I thought you had the...
Okay.
Do
Nope.
you need sticks
I'm
for
still
the
working.
umbrella? I have
Yes, I do. I only have
I'll
one
give
stick.
you 18.
Okay. Oop. Thank you. What do you think of me locking everything up?
I think you're smart. I probably should lock my stuff up. I'm just too lazy to. Plus, I want to do all my storage in the basement once I get it.
Yeah, that would be pretty... I don't know. Secure? Can't anybody just jump down there, though?
True.
So it's not necessarily a substitute for having an icebox that locks. I wish I had gotten the purple gem.
Why do you say that?
For the shadow manipulator. I don't have a shadow manipulator. And I need it for dart swords. Unless I'm sadly mistaken. Yeah. For all the
It's
good
easier
stuff.
to kite bees in multiplayer for me. I don't know why, but in single player, whenever I try to kite bees, they always get a bunch of stings on me.
You mean Reign of
Did
Giants? In
Yeah.
Reign of Giants? Yeah, I've had the same problem. I think it's because how the targeting works in that game versus in DST. They changed something about DST where I think you go after the same bee. Oh, I forget. The person who I heard talk about this was, I think his name is Misto. And he pointed out that it's quite different from DST in Reign of Giants. And he didn't like Reign of Giants, if I recall correctly. Because I saw him play some Shipwrecked stuff. And since I hadn't played much Shipwrecked, it was interesting to me because I wanted to see like how he played it and whatnot. And that's kind of where I picked up that little tidbit.
I forgot if it was Fivos or Kula who really wanted to see me play Shipwrecked. Might have been both.
Which one do you think is more likely?
Probably Fivos, but I remember hearing them talk.
Wait, Fivos talks?
Rarely. Very rarely.
Oh, that's a good point. I have heard him say something a couple times. I don't seem to have a hammer anymore.
It's been so long since I played Shipwrecked, though, that I feel like I'd be terrible at it.
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes all it needs is for you to jump into it and it all starts coming back. Second day of building? Yeah, kind of. Go on.
I want to do a let's play of Shipwrecked and see how long I can survive just as either Wigfrid or WX. I think they fixed the bug where the clockworks would spawn a ridiculous amount, so probably Wigfrid.
Would you record it or just...
Maybe.
I mean, to me that's kind of what a let's play is. F3, F4 to adjust.
Or, well, I was thinking like streaming it, but I might just record it and put it up on YouTube. I don't know. I might not.
Why not?
I just don't feel like it. I really want to wait for Island Adventures to come out, the multiplayer mod for it.
Yeah. Wait, that wasn't... Was that the one you said that you were in the beta for, or...?
No, I'm gonna be helping beta test Unnatural Selection.
Okay.
Also, I have a present for you if you'll hold still.
Can do.
I'm lagging so much that I just...
On your own server, you're lagging worse than I am.
Tell anyone.
It's just, it baffles me a little bit. Second day of building.
It might have been the way I connected. I think depending on if I choose LAN or online, it will affect whether I connect directly to it or have to go through the internet and then back down.
That would be really weird if they chose to do it that way, but yeah, that might be the case. What kind of ping do you get? Because if your ping is like 4 ms, then you're definitely not connecting to the internet.
Right now it's about 15.
What kind of internet connection is it?
How do I tell that?
Well, like, how does it connect to the router?
Wi-Fi?
I mean, how does the router connect to the modem?
I'm pretty sure it has an Ethernet cable.
How does the modem connect to the wall?
I haven't checked.
Because I'd just assume that it's cable,
I'm pretty sure it is.
but it could be something like DSL or fiber. Like, your house has regular connectivity, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like after going through a computer networking class, I should know this stuff.
When did you do the computer networking class? I don't get why that bee is after me. I'm just gonna tank all this.
I think I was a sophomore. Oh crap. Crap. That's a lot of birch tree guards.
That's good for me. More dark swords.
If you can kill them.
Shh, why couldn't I? But even if you let them stay, you can still, you know, chop them down later for the living log.
Oh, this is your base. Do you mind if I squat here for a night?
Yep, you go ahead. No. Wait, what's that? I do not mind. Is what I mean to say. I just wanted a lot of silk here.
Oh, I have a lot of silk.
Oh, I have a lot of silk now. Well, I have 7. How much do you have?
I have 16.
You have more than me. Which is honestly not that surprising, given that you're Weber. I think that's a pretty modest number. Yeah, I'm not sure what I want my town to look like. Or my house, I guess. I was thinking of making like a little backyard sticking out of it. Putting a fence around it, and that was where I was going to grow my grass. And then I would have the house part of it separate. The part with the walls. But then I was also thinking about getting stone walls, because stone walls are a lot, I don't know, more professional.
Do birch tree guards attack your shadows?
That's a good question. I'm gonna try. I don't know. I think I'll get, oh, should I get an axe or should I get a pickaxe? Because I was thinking of using the pickaxe. Yeah, let's get a pickaxe. I was thinking of going over there to the rocky biome and getting a whole bunch of gold and stone.
Well, if you want to get the tree guard, you're gonna want an axe.
Okay, I'll get an axe too. I've got a surplus of shadow.
Oh wow. It's a war with the spiders.
Wait, why? Oh, I'm so low on twigs, that's why, isn't it?
Spider friends. Ow.
Yeah, they go after them, for sure.
I mean, if you can keep the birch nuts off of me, I can try to chop it down.
I shall try.
But don't lag too much here. Ow. Ow. On the other hand, living is really nice. Ooh, logs.
If you need me to give you some of my food, wait, trail mix, let's say.
Here, now I have armor.
Oh, you didn't before, okay. Sadly, I do not have an axe.
There's one. Help.
I'm trying. Oh, there goes my armor.
There goes mine as well.
Get pigs.
Wait, I have 2 log suits.
Oh, that thieving cat coon.
There we go.
Okay.
That
So-
was close, though.
Were there only just 2 of them?
Yeah.
I really like this because in the past I've never really experimented much with the birchnut tree guards. So it's really fun to see the strategies that you need to employ against them. Did they kill all of my shadows? I think they did. Did you see any of my shadows?
Nope.
Okay. Yep. Then they killed them all. Well, today I learned.
Well, since I helped you take them down, you should give me a trail mix.
No problem. Well, I think it's
Yay.
going to be no problem. It depends if my berries... Yes, they have. I was gonna say, it depends if my berries have actually grown back or not. So you need fruit for trail mix. One thing that I've never seen in Don't Starve, do you think it would even be possible, is to have structures that you can walk on that are like rooms?
Rooms? Like how the turf mod makes carpet give you insulation?
Well, not quite. It has more to do with... Let me think here. Because I'd want it to show up like walls and whatnot. Okay, I'm making a trail mix there. You can have that one. Let me know how many you need.
Oh, I'm at 55 health, so...
Okay, you can have both. I just need... Can you lend me a few sticks?
Yes. There you
Okay,
go.
thank you. Yeah, for me, the trail mix has really been an underutilized recipe for healing. It's just fascinating to me in that aspect because it's really decent at healing in the early parts of the game, and yet so many times, like, remember that one game where we were all dying? That was, it was a while ago. Remember then we reset it after, I would say mid-spring was about as far as we got before everybody basically died in it.
So.
And I was kind of upset with Fivos at the time because he decided to bring back like my backpack for some odd reason or something like that. He brought back all my resources, I think, and then just put them in the chest and was like, why would you do that? I can just go back there and pick them all up, and now you made it harder. Yeah, it was that world. But in it, we were all struggling so much with health. Now, I don't think we had any birch nuts at the time, but it probably would not have been too difficult to get some. Because they're dropping right now, aren't they? Without,
Yeah.
not
Only
two
one.
though. Yeah. But the birch nut trees, those dropped quite a few, didn't they? I could kill the birch nutters. The birch nutters drop them, yeah. That's right. There was an alternative. I think that bird is looking a bit peckish. Should feed it.
I really want a roserate skin. I don't care what roserate skin.
Which one would you prefer?
I really like the spear.
Ooh, so
and
an
then
item.
Wendy's is gorgeous too.
Are those still really high priced?
Probably.
Let me take a look here. I'm not even sure. That's the problem with Steam. It's very difficult to figure out where you're supposed to look for this kind of stuff. Here we go. That is in the market. And type. It's not called the Rose Club. What is it called? Formal? Promotion? Have they not added an option for it yet?
They might not have.
Because I see costume, formal, survivor, rose. Maybe it's rose. Yeah, that's where the rose pike is. The rose pike starts at $18. And Wendy starts at 17.
Oh, a lot cheaper than they were.
Yeah, the prices were bound to come down once more drops started happening.
But there's still no way I'm just gonna buy them.
Yeah, let's see here. Cheapest, it looks like a distinguished. Oh no, here we go. I should sort them by price. This would make it easier. Cheapest one is 16 cents for the distinguished coral rose slacks. Yeah, so it's just.
Weber, if you could stop lagging and put stuff in the fire pit, that'd be great.
Actually, Wes is the cheapest skin you can get for Rosette.
Really? Wes
Yeah.
looks so pretty though.
Apparently, others did not like his rosy red cheeks. I guess. That does surprise me a little bit. The most expensive is the rose pike. Very good. And then the second most expensive is Wendy, of course.
Yep, the two I like the most are the most expensive, of course.
Well, it goes to show that you have, well, maybe
good
that's
taste.
a bit. You have tastes in line with what the majority of Don't Starve players have. I guess would probably be the most diplomatic way to put it. Oh no, not grass geckos. I didn't even get my yard built yet. What do you think of the yard? Get my picket fence up and going? Think it'd be a good idea?
I think it looks good so far.
Well, I was planning on expanding out back further. But the thing is that I'm a little bit worried about here. Like when additional players join, we should actually just create little areas for them, I think. Okay, I really want to go and get that turf. But I also kind of want to get my raincoat as well. Which one do I do?
Which turf did you want?
I was gonna go over to the rocky biome. I was planning on getting gold, a whole bunch of stones, and some rocky turf to make cobblestones out of. What do you think?
Or you could find cobblestone. Wait, no. I'm thinking of checkers. Never mind. I was gonna say you could get it from the clockworks.
Yeah. That's not quite as viable.
Would a cool bandage make it better, Mr. Tree? Gotta love Weber.
How are you bandaging a tree? Yeah, that should be enough food for me for a while. Probably also want to bring back more twigs. I've realized I have a shortage. Ooh, a moleworm.
Did you know if you dig up the tree stumps from the living trees, they will, the birch nut guards,
Living logs?
they will, yeah.
Yep. That's the same with the No, I guess it isn't. Because they don't have stumps. I was gonna say it's the same with the regular tree guards, but they always fight you standing up. So never mind.
I didn't catch butterflies today, dang it. That was what I was gonna do.
What do you think about lists?
Wes?
Lists.
Oh. I think they're usually used for things you forget about, and I usually forget about the lists, so they're pointless to me.
So if you went shopping, would you use a shopping list?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
Because like I said, I always end up forgetting the list itself.
Well, I mean, that's why I keep most of my lists on my phone. Has that just not been an option?
Kill me.
Some friends you have, though.
I don't know. I just never thought of using my phone, I guess.
When did you first get a phone, if you don't mind my asking?
I was older than 12. Younger than 16.
Okay.
And the first phone I had was a flip phone.
So you couldn't quite do, or you couldn't exactly do much with something like that.
Right.
When was the first time you got a smartphone? Was it the most recent phone you had? Was that your first?
No. The Samsung Galaxy thing. I think I got it when I was around 16, 15.
What did you think about it? Like having a smartphone? Did it?
Yay, I can finally play Pokemon Go.
And then you couldn't, or what?
Well, it doesn't work very well on it. It crashes constantly.
Was it an older version of Android, or just didn't have the specs for it?
Just didn't have the specs.
I recently bought a Samsung Galaxy S3, which is kind of old. I think it came out in 2012. And my general idea behind it was I was going to flash it to Replicant. I think I might have mentioned this a little bit once or twice before. The general idea behind flashing it to Replicant was it would give you access to like an open source version of Android instead of being locked into the ecosystem that the developer like Samsung or HTC, LG kind of puts you in, because you can't update those, right? If security vulnerabilities are found, usually they discontinue support for those phones 3 years, I'd say, after they first ship.
Would you be willing to distract the spiders that are at my door so I can leave?
I'm a long way away from you.
Okay, I'll try to do it myself then. Let's equip some armor and... Now run! Ow! I still got hit.
Sorry. This
Darn
makes
spider.
a good case for having a back door.
Yeah, your back door saved my life when the tree guards showed up.
Ooh. Probably won't need more than 2 miners here. And then I'll just use a backpack. Ha! Never thought I'd say that. Kidding. Sometimes we really don't have good rocky biomes. I don't understand what exactly goes into that. Like, sometimes you have an entire area dedicated just to rocky land, and other times there's like a little bit, maybe, right next to the mosaic, it seems. But it's significantly smaller. Did you manage to get out?
Yeah. but they took a fair chunk of my health. So I guess I'll just have to catch butterflies the whole day.
What about birch nuts?
I don't have a berry farm.
You can steal from Kula. He isn't here to defend his property.
That's mean, though. And I wouldn't want to be mean.
It isn't if he doesn't catch you, though.
No, why did my character pick the flower when there was a butterfly right next to me?
Flowers get top priority. Oh no, I'm gonna get struck by lightning pretty soon, aren't I? I should craft a lightning rod. Let's see here. Just need one stone? Yeah, I can do this. And then I don't have to worry about getting electrocuted to death while I'm out here. There we go. Should also re-equip my umbrella. Wow, I'm just surprised at how fast I go through that soundtrack every time. Wait, what was the soundtrack you wanted me to, or you mentioned you'd listen to?
Yumaniki.
Can you give me a link to that or anything?
Did
you watch it on YouTube or what?
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube.
Okay.
Hold on a sec while this bee is being obnoxious. Let me beat it to death.
Puns. There are a lot of beat puns because of the English language, I suppose. What was the networking class about?
Just general computer networking. It was an intro class.
So they sort of taught you about switches and routers?
Yeah.
What is that?
And how to set everything up and... Holy crap, Weber. I'm going to reconnect real fast.
Okay. I kind of asked because it's an area of interest that I have, in a way, so I was just curious to see how much you knew about it. Grid
Not
also
much.
knew a bit about networking. I think he was actually studying for like higher level stuff, and that was one of the reasons why he stopped dropping by, aside from the aforementioned reason.
And like I said, the music is repetitive, so it might get annoying. But I like it.
I guess it depends what you mean by repetitive. Most people like repetition in their music, in terms of the melody. Like, unless you listen to something like jazz. I've heard jazz singled out for being unorthodox in that sense, where a lot of the melody is not repetitive. It doesn't repeat very frequently. Apparently, most people enjoy repetitive melodies, though. Like, if you look at any popular song, most likely it's going to be a very straightforward chord progression type melody. I don't know much about music, but you probably know more than I do. But isn't repetition sort of appreciated in that?
Somewhat, but like these tracks are really super short, like only a few seconds long, and so the extended version is just over and over and over.
Wait, how long does it last?
In the game, it loops.
Well, I mean like the playlist.
Each one lasts 10 minutes, I think.
Well, what's the worst that could happen? Did you send it to me? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Time to see what's up with us.
Curse you, tree. I hate you.
What is this soundtrack from?
It's a horror game.
Okay, it's a horror game. Right. I think I actually asked you that before.
Your bird looks like it's about to die, so I'm gonna give it monster meat.
I think it is. I was intending to feed it, but then I forgot. So, there's me and pets. I'm not a responsible enough pet owner, I guess. I need one of the critters in this game, because they can't be killed. Like, those critters are the perfect pet for, like, an absentee pet owner. Have you played the game?
Yes, and I beat it with the help of a walkthrough.
With the help of a walkthrough, okay. I haven't played many horror games. It's not necessarily that... Like, I don't know what it is about me and horror games. Like, on the surface, I kind of want to like them. Same thing with horror movies, because I feel like horror movies challenges you on a psychological level. It's like, how much can you take without breaking? There's a little story about Me and Seven. Have you ever seen that movie?
Seven.
Yeah, it's What's Inside the Box.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I saw another horror movie that had a number for a title.
What was that one? 666?
No. I can't remember what the number was. I'm pretty sure it was a 2-digit number.
It's a 2-digit number. Was it? Was it about a motel or something?
There was a motel prominently featured in it.
Have you seen the one with John Cusack in it?
No idea who that is. I don't pay attention to actors unless it's Nicolas Cage.
Oh. What's up with Nicolas Cage?
I like his facial expressions.
He has a bit of a face like Jim Carrey, it seems like, where he gets these... He can be unusually animate in the way he can contort his face, I guess. Well, okay. The plot of the movies, I'm thinking, oh, I wish I could remember the name of it. But basically, it's not necessarily horror, it's more of a thriller, maybe, with, like, mystery elements to it. And there's a group of people who arrive at a motel, and they all have different backstories and whatnot. And they're trapped there by a storm. And during the storm, something is killing off of the guests one at a time, right? And they can't figure out, or they're trying to figure out who it is. So one of the people who are actually there at the motel are killing the other ones off. And that's like the basic premise of it. Damn, I wish I could...
The one I saw was about a guy who had his memory wiped, and he's being haunted by this number, and he's reading a book about that that like the number is the title or something, I think. And he discovers that there's secret messages hidden in the book, and the book describes his early life and stuff, and he's like, this is me to a T. Turns out he wrote the book before he got his memory wiped by a psychiatrist because he was a murderer. It was really awesome.
I guess here's the thing. I think I like suspense or horror movies. I don't like games like that, though.
Why not the games? Do they scare you too much?
I'm not sure. I think it's just I don't like the mechanics of them, usually.
I would consider Don't Starve kind of a horror game almost, not quite.
Really? Okay. When I think of horror, I guess I'm thinking PewDiePie type stuff, aren't I?
Like Slender?
Yeah, any game like that. And to me, the value of those games is more of in that jump scare stuff. And they don't have the ability to do the same cinematic takes that a movie has in terms of obscuring information and stuff.
I never encountered a jump scare in Yume Nikki.
Well, it's not necessarily that I'm against jump scares. It's more of a lack of the cinematography that creates I don't know. Maybe it's just because people who make games are generally not cinematographers, and yet the suspense and horror genres are genres that benefit massively from good cinematography to tell a story like that. Maybe I just haven't found the right one yet. Do you remember what the name of that movie was, by the way?
No, I don't.
Oh, that's too bad. I forgot the one line, too.
But maybe you should play Yume Nikki a little bit tonight and then see what you think of it.
How much is it?
It's free.
Oh, okay. Well, there's not much to be lost there then, is there?
It's a really old one, pretty much a classic, and I love it.
Well, if it's a classic, I'm almost obligated to play it, aren't I? Well, not per se, but it helps to have additional experience in different genres.
I remember bribing my friend to play it, and in return, he had me play Undertale. I did not like Undertale, and he did not like Yume Nikki. He was a scaredy cat.
Oh, that almost sounds like a meme challenge. Getting Undertale.
It was back before it got memed out.
Oh. What don't you like about Undertale? Because it seems like the kind of game you would like, to me, anyway.
The characters... I don't like the gameplay, I don't like the art style, and I do not like the characters. Like,
wow.
I guess...
That's like the trifecta, isn't it?
Sans and Papyrus are okay. And Toriel is... like, I guess Toriel is okay as well in Asgore, but like... Alphys and... Undyne and the dogs and Temmie, I cannot stand them.
Any particular reason?
Undyne is a sociopath who they're trying to turn into, oh, isn't she a wonderful person? And I'm like, no, she isn't. And Undyne is just a little bit too one note for me. And the dogs are just annoying, and so is Temmie.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of Undertale, but I do remember the dogs, and they struck me as a bit... I don't know, maybe repetitious is the word? I think those are the dogs anyway. They're the ones who keep popping up to the main character, right?
Yeah.
And challenging them, but they're entirely inept at doing it. Okay. Yeah, I've seen those. They didn't appeal to me as a character, I guess.
It feels like, with the exception of the ones I mentioned actually kind of being okay with, the more popular the character, the more I hate it.
Popular in terms of the fan community around it, or something else? Oh.
Just because I generally don't like the character.
I honestly haven't followed the game much, so what is everybody crazy about?
I know, like, pretty much everyone loves Undyne because, oh, she's so cool. She's not cool. She's annoying.
Is that the main character?
No, the main character is Frisk. I have no opinion of the main character because I see it as a kind of a self-insert character. Like, you're supposed to be the main character.
Okay. That's the urchin walking around, right? Who gets adopted?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just gonna look for the movie that I was thinking of.
I never realized how much fuel is consumed until I started playing without a furnace.
A scaled furnace?
Yeah.
Was it 1408? You said there was a movie with a number in the title. What was it?
It was either 3 digits or 2 digits.
Can you help save me?
Wait, what?
There's a bat after me.
Okay.
And my light is about to go out. Oop. Okay, thank you. Whew. It's close. Oh. Oh, and it's morning now, okay.
Ow. Go away, spider. No one loves you.
Oh, rough. You're supposed to love those spiders. They're your friends.
I don't love them when they attack me. I totally didn't attack them first.
Should I read the plot for 14 or just like...
Is it really bugging you that much that you can't remember what it is?
I like to know what it is I'm talking about. Because this sounds like it could be it. No, okay, it's not. You said he wrote a book. The 1408 movie is where he spends time in a haunted hotel room or something. Okay, I have to relog because I accidentally canceled out, and now I'm just gonna keep rubber banding around the screen. I canceled out of my auto pathing thing.
Okay.
That mod. I mean, it's a good mod because it allows me to do stuff like read Wikipedia in the background, but there are downsides.
Maybe I should hunt down this cool elephant.
I think it was called Identity. Identity is a 2003 American psychological thriller film directed by so-and-so with a screenplay written by so-and-so. Yeah, let's do the...
Wow, so-and-so sure does a lot of stuff.
I just don't like butchering names. The plot...
Oh, did you ever... Sorry. Did you ever watch Homestar Runner?
The cartoon?
Yeah.
I've played a couple of the games, but never the actual cartoon.
I love it.
The games by Telltale, yeah, those are the ones I played. That's not exactly suspense or horror, is it?
No, it's just random thought that I thought of.
Thank you for the follow, Hector Nightmare 404. Oh, I was gonna read that. So, the plot draws from the structure the novel first popularized, in which 10 strangers arrive at an isolated location which becomes temporarily cut off from the rest of the world and are mysteriously killed off one by one. Several events take place in the hours before the characters arrive at the hotel, are introduced at key moments during the film using a reverse chronological structure. Hell. Well, what kind of movies do you usually watch? Uh-oh.
The only movies I usually watch are horror. I prefer TV shows because my attention span usually isn't too long unless I'm actually interacting.
Okay.
And even then, sometimes my attention span can go off quick.
Do you have ADD?
No. At least I don't think I do. I didn't used to be like this, but as I got older, it seems like I have less interest in doing the same thing for too long.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I'm a little bit like that. Because I played Stronghold Kingdoms for, what, 4 years? And I really have nothing to say about that game anymore. It seemed to drag... See, the reason I got into Stronghold Kingdoms to begin with was because it was one of the few online games I could actually play with a dial-up connection. And dial-up is just absolutely useless. I don't know if I've explained like the experience using dial-up before to you? Have I?
I know why you use dial-up. You never explain like what it's like using dial-up.
Yeah, so back in the not so good old days, computers were like entirely, I don't know if you'd call them single-threaded, but you could usually only run one application at a time. That's like the internet on dial-up. You can really only have one internet-connected program running at one time. If you try to do anything more than that, it's going to require too much bandwidth, and connections start timing out. So if I wanted to mention something on Skype, I'd have to shut down everything else, open up Skype, type in what I wanted to say, shut down Skype, and open the other program back up. And this persisted into late 2013, when I finally put down the money and actually got an LTE modem. So as you could imagine, there were a few years there where I had this really crappy internet connection, and the only game that was really supported, like I tried, the only game that I tried playing that I was able to was Stronghold Kingdoms. And I was familiar with the universe of Stronghold, so to speak, before that. So it wasn't foreign to me or anything. Like, I was a fan of the previous castle building games that they did that were single player and whatnot. Yeah, but I mean, even playing that game, you weren't able to be competitive at it per se, because how did I explain it? The connection was too slow. So while other players could be really good at loading up castle after castle and sending attacks on the map, for me, if I clicked on an attack to send it, it'd probably take 15 seconds before it actually appeared on the screen. Just everything was really slow, and that did not do a lot for my self-esteem in the game, because I was like a second-class citizen in anything I did in that game besides farm. So I spent most of the time in it farming, and that was okay, because I also spent a lot of time talking on the forums, and that's how I ended up becoming a moderator for the game, is because I have the most posts on that forum of anybody in the game. I still do to this day. It's like 6,000 posts, I think. Nobody's even close to me. Like, I think the closest one's about 3,000. So yeah, I mean, that was the thing. But it was a good example, like you pointed out, playing the same game over and over again. I would say that game, for me, qualifies as a game that I played too much. And it became a lot less fun as time went by.
Why does it look like someone stole stuff out of my...
I don't know.
Did you
didn't.
Something?
I wouldn't. You know I wouldn't.
I believe you. I guess I just didn't put stuff back after I took it out.
Oh, what? What just ran over my traps? Was there a hound attack? Glommer? That's so...
Spiders?
Yeah. Spiders, that's what it was, okay. Apparently spiders ran over my trap there. Makes sense.
Aw, my top hat broke. I'll just have to make a new one.
One of the things I really need to do is plant a nice forest. So that way I can get lots of logs.
I highly recommend planting a pine forest.
Oh, but the adventure of planting a birch-nut forest. At least a few of them.
I'm not gonna help you fight if you do.
Okay. I might have some pine cones. I've been mostly chopping down birch nuts at this point, though.
Oh yeah, I should probably go get more bees.
I think, where would be an ideal location to site this village, or this tree farm?
I don't know.
I'm
right
looking.
Behind your house?
I'm looking at this pig village. Is there a reason why I can't put it in here? Because it's clear of just about everything, right? It's a nice, clear spot to work off of. I can can just plant my nice forest in here. Not worry about it. It's worth taking the extra time to make sure when you plant your pine cone it actually gets planted. Because there's nothing more annoying than needing to drag it back out of your inventory. Like you waste more time doing it that way. Well, I was going to mention something about identity, but I forgot what it was. Remember, because...
About the movie?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I guess we were talking about horror movies. I said I liked Identity. I liked 7. But I really haven't watched that many.
I like Saw, Scream, Human Centipede.
I mean, you just go all... You just go for the top ones, don't you? Saw?
Those are my 3 favorite. Human Centipede's my favorite. Scream and Saw are tied for second.
I could watch them sometime.
Have you seen the Human Centipede?
No.
Do you know
what it's a euphemism for?
Wait, what?
There's a controversy surrounding the movie or the concept?
The controversy surrounding the movie.
No, I guess I haven't heard of that.
It's basically... everyone finds it really disgusting, even though it's really not that graphic, in my opinion.
Huh. I don't know why then. Maybe because they haven't seen it?
Well,
they just assume it's disgusting because of what the...
There's stuff implied. Pretty much, well, not implied, but kind of said that happens, but it doesn't show it happening. So... like, basically, you know how their mouths are stuck to each other's butts?
What? In implication or in reality?
In reality.
You mean as the concept of the human centipede that happens? Or...
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how it works is those... Are you willing to let me talk about it or not?
I don't know. Okay, go ahead. It's a movie.
Well, he sews their mouths to each other's butts to try and make one big digestive system, human centipede. So when the first guy has to take a shit, it doesn't show it happening, and I don't think there are really that much sound effects, but it grosses people out to no end.
Well, a lot of times, like, implied horror is the best when you think about it. Because it gives your imagination more liberty. Whereas if you actually see everything, that can actually work against the idea of a horror film. Yeah. I mean, for me, I don't know if anything really grosses me out. I think you asked me once before, but I'm not sure. I'm grossed out by anything in particular. It's just there's things you don't like. Well, okay. In regards to 7 in a way is similarly disgusting, I think. Are you at all familiar with 7, the movie? Have you heard of it? It stars Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. And also that Kevin Spacey dude who was recently a bit of a... yeah. But anyway, the bad guy is Kevin Spacey, ironically enough. So Morgan Freeman's like an old retired police officer, I guess. He's about to retire, I think. Or he's a detective. I think he might be a detective. And Brad Pitt's like the cocky new recruit on the force, or for whatever it is. And they start encountering these murders, very grotesque murders of men who seem to have been very methodically killed, right? So one, for example, like one of the very first ones is a man who's been forced to eat himself to death. He's I think he was the, because 7 indicates the 7 sins, right? And so he was the glutton in that. But as you might imagine, that's a bit repulsive. Wait, are you still here? Uh-oh. Did we lose EU?
My computer crashed.
Okay. Wait, what did I last say?
The cocky new recruit.
Oh my god, birching up. Just, I want to pick up that one. Okay. Alright. Cocky new recruit is Brad Pitt. And what happens next? So, they start encountering a string of homicides against, methodical homicides against some men in the city, and they are tailored after the said 7 deadly sins, right? So one of the first ones they encounter is a man who's been fed to death, and as you might imagine, that's a bit grotesque for some people, because they enter his house, and you know, everything's got this very green color palette to it, and there's the dead man slumped over at the table, and the detectives are poking around, and one of them finds like a vomit bucket, and a creepy, dirty refrigerator, just all kinds of stuff like that. And so, you know, man, some of the stuff is pretty grotesque in it. Now that I think about it, like, it's not. You mentioned the human centipede. Like, a lot of it was implied. I think a lot of it was actually kind of overt in 7, and that was the reason I was saying 7 was a movie I actually was not capable of watching until I think I was 18. Like, I refused. I tried watching it earlier, and it just creeped me the hell out. And so I, like, shelved it for maybe a year and a half, and then came back to it when I was actually able to watch it again. What are some other ones? There was a guy that's been tied down to a bed for, like, 2 years. Remember, one man is responsible for all of this, because he sees himself as, like, God's justice come to earth, right? To pay these people back for their wicked deeds and stuff. So for any of the sins, the gluttony, yeah, what have you. So one man is orchestrating this entire thing, and you know, he's really put a lot of work into it, as you can see, because he's been slowly, in some cases, torturing these people for 2 years, right? The sloth, for example. There's somebody who he'd chained to a bed for 2 years and let him just kind of waste away. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that sounds a bit morbid, a bit disgusting, a bit repulsive?
It doesn't repulse me.
Do you think that people who found Human Centipede repulsed would be repulsed by that movie?
Probably. Maybe not quite as much, because it doesn't have to do with eating poop.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, I have a lot of vlogs now. I can actually start making some boards here. Why do you think your computer's crashing? Is it just like blue screen of death or what?
It just freezes for a few seconds and then it restarts.
Overheating, perhaps? You said it was relatively new, but...
It's possible. I mean, I tried, using a thing to get rid of the dust in it, like you had suggested a few months ago, but it still does it.
Sometimes you actually have to take it apart. Where's my turf? Can I not build cobblestones in this?
Oh, it's under the turf,
Oh, okay, there it is.
tab.
I see. I was like, what? Am I going crazy here? Oh, it actually lets me build it a lot faster. That's nice. Oh, do I not have a log suit? I don't have a log suit. Damn it.
There should be one or two outside my house.
Oh, okay, here we go. 17% left in the spear now. Oop. Can't wait until I actually can get my dark sword. It's gonna be such a life improvement. Oh my god. Hound spawns inside my base. Well, at least the desktop isn't crashing, huh? That would be annoying.
I'm sad. This shirt that I got, it's got my own art on it. I got it from Redbubble. And I've been wearing it so much that there's strings coming off of it. Like, it's unraveling. There's blood stains on it. It makes me sad.
My.
Wait, I just realized that sounds like I'm a murderer. I swear I don't kill people.
It doesn't sound the best, but hey, I'm sure there's a legitimate purpose behind it. Why, is it like a lightly colored shirt?
It's white on the front with
Okay.
the art on it.
Yeah, blood will show up on white colored shirts, for sure.
I swear it's blood from my fingers because of a lot of hangnail.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that's one of the reasons I like darker clothing. You don't get to see as much of the dirt. So it's just me being lazy, I suppose. But then again, you also don't have to worry about stains nearly as much. No spaghetti sauce problems, what have you.
Whoa, what happened in general chat?
I have no idea what's going on in there.
Hold on, if I can get this. One of my programs decided to boot up right in the scene.
Have you ever used a computer with a solid state drive on it?
Nope.
Does anyone in your family have one?
Nope.
Because I would say it's one of the most noticeable improvements or upgrades you can make to your computer. You will notice everything is so much faster. And I don't say that to try to put you down about it or anything. I'm just like excited, and I want you to eventually have one, I guess.
Wait,
because I think you'd like it. A solid state drive.
Ah. Sorry, I'm reading.
Okay.
Looks like the Josh has gotten another. Wait, looks like Crow was part of it.
Who's Crow?
Crow Kit Kerr.
Oh, Crow-Kit Kerr? Yeah. Okay, I'm familiar with that name. Is there a problem? Damn, I wish I had a Chester. I need something to beat my spear against. My 4% one. I don't like going into battle with damaged equipment. I might just create a second room for chests. Maybe that's all subdivided up. How many messages are in there?
I'm not sure, but
Do you want me to look at it?
oh my Josh and Crow and Josh were all fighting. I'm not sure if it was exactly with each other or if it was 2 against 1, because it looks like some of it might not be said just in chat.
Oh, Crow is actually getting creative now with those emotes, huh? I have a bot-proof vest. Okay, well, I can add all of those, especially for you, Crow. Tell you what. Let's get me open here. I mean, I knew that would be the situation, but you know, it just like the general idea is to add barriers more so than actually shut stuff down, right? It's to make people think twice before engaging in that activity. Because I understand there's no way you're going to be able to block every possible combination of a word. But when you make it more difficult to use it, then I'm hoping it just... Yeah, it can change the culture in a subtle, like a less overt way, I guess. And it's also nicer, I don't know, it just seems to me it'd be nicer to have a bot warn you than actually somebody run the server. Because it's harder to be as mad at a bot, per se, I guess.
True.
As opposed to like another person.
I'm switch my computer real fast since it's done booting up.
Okay. Have you noticed that about Discord? For me on my phone, if somebody is typing in Discord chat, I cannot use the channel. Like I can't read anything that's happened in the past. It just keeps jerking up and down, back and forth all over the place.
I can read the whole thing for you.
Well, I'm just wondering if that's ever something you've experienced, because that's a problem I've been having on iOS with it.
I have not had that problem.
Okay, and it only happens when you're trying to read previous messages. So in other words, you've scrolled up a ways, and then there are new messages being added. It happens during that. So if people are currently chatting in that chat, but you want to go up and reference something up on top, or like a few pages back, that is when it tends to become an issue. I'm glad to hear it's not been a problem for you. I need to do something else with my chests. Not getting a lot done here, sadly. I got a bit of a cobblestone road set up though. Problem is I need turf for my place. To make it look nice. To make it match.
Let's see if I can boot up Don't Starve Together again. Eee. Gotta love computer crashes, not. I just realized I should probably go grocery shopping before the store closes. I don't want to.
What happens if you don't?
Then all I'll have to eat tomorrow is Wheaties. And tonight. And as great of a food as it is, it's very bland.
Understandable. I think I'm gonna repair Quilla's farms here. Okay, go on.
Like, it actually fills me up, unlike a lot of foods, but I'd like something with more flavor once in a while, like a pot pie.
Are you forced to buy your own food?
Not with my own money, but my parents, like, never go grocery shopping almost.
Do they just eat out or what?
Yeah, that, and, my mom eats a lot of bananas and peanut butter toast, and bananas don't last in my stomach, and peanut butter toast.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh. Her entire internet went down. Oh, that's sad. That is sad. I wonder how I can let her know. I don't think. Oh wait, she might. No, she's apparently on the computer with the Discord. Yeah. Yeah. So, what should I do next? I'm not certain, because I was playing on a dedicated server that was hosted by EU Song. Huh. I could try playing Don't Starve single player. I could try some Shipwrecked. Let's do that. What do you say? I'll have to switch over, but it's been a while since I've played single player. Holy crap. I wish I'd looked at the date before today. I think the last time was back when I was making a video, so it's been a while. I wonder if EU knows. She's been disconnected. Hopefully it will occur to her before too long. I just like the idea of somebody thinking that I'm just not responding to them. It provokes unnecessary anxiety. Oh, okay. Looks like looks like Don't Starve Shipwrecked is up. Here we go. Slot.
This time, the whole of my internet crashed.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, were you in the game at the time or not?
I was about to be.
Oh, that's so sad.
And it's back up. I don't feel like playing anymore though.
Okay.
That's gonna give me this much trouble.
Yeah. If it's not one thing, it's another. I've moved on to Don't Starve single player at the moment.
Okay.
So. Oh my god, he's gonna. I just need to get my sword. I can't attack him with this. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this works.
I'm probably gonna stay in voice chat for a while though, because I'm.
Yeah, I appreciate your company. Okay, I gotta stop doing this so badly. Taking far more of a beating than I should. I'm currently playing that mod with the extended story type thing. Uh-oh.
Extended story?
I forget what it was. Remember it was Maxwell's story? He has a whole bunch of clones of himself and you fight in this alternative type dimension. Yeah, I need to just stop being greedy here. Oh. Come on, guys, stop hitting me! What the hell?
I'm not seeing a mod like that. I just looked up Maxwell though.
Oh, I forget what the name of it is precisely. It's... I made a video about it once. Oh, there, no, I'm dead. Okay. I'll tell you what it is in just a second here, because I'll reload back to the main world. What? It's the Shadow Portal one. Oh. Okay, here. I'm gonna save and quit. I'm gonna find out what it is for you, okay? Have you ever played it? It's one of the, like, official mods for single player.
Oh, the Lost Fragment?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Sorry.
Is it not downloadable on the workshop anymore?
Is it not download? It should be. That's where I got it from. The one that's linked on the web page is the one that I couldn't use. Which reminds me, I actually need to change the name of this. I'm gonna be playing Shipwrecked. Because I have not played enough Shipwrecked. Probably put 30 hours into it. So, it's one of the expansions I wanted to play more of, but it's not multiplayer. Which is going to be interesting about Hamlet. Oops. I wanted to stand up there for a minute. And then I tripped over my chair sitting back down. Let's see here. Don't Starve. Just gonna update that for Twitch. Here we go. Shipwrecked. What character do we want? Play Wolfgang. I like playing Wolfgang, and there's plenty of food in Shipwrecked, so let's do that. Oh, we could actually turn the regular music back on, I think. The Shipwrecked has some different music, so I'm not bored of listening to that. Just gonna pause. You mentioned to me that it was a very repetitive soundtrack for that game, but
Yeah.
aside from the very first 10-minute segment, I wouldn't say any of them were annoying. Just that very first one was, which was an unfortunate introduction. Oh, no, I need to disable mods. Oop, rip. Wait, are mods disabled now? I probably want to enable geometric placement. The reason it crashed is because I had, what's it called? This thing enabled. You don't want to enable that. Too many items.
Hadoop finally sent me the stuff for the unnatural selection, so I can start testing it. I wonder what it adds.
I've not been following it very much. What does it add to the game again?
It's gonna be like basically an expansion pack for multiplayer. That's how he described it. They've kept it very, very on the low, not talking about it much, because they didn't want to hype people up too much and then be like, sorry, it's gonna take even longer to come out.
That's probably for the best. Okay, this sounds a little bit low, doesn't it? Let me see the settings here. Controls? Where do I adjust the... Oh yeah, here we go. Sound effects.
Looks like my Dropbox is still down files. Whew, downloading 3,210 files. This is a big mod so far.
It also depends upon how large the files are. Like a lot of smaller files won't take that long to download. So what are some wow, I'm just not picking twigs. What are some priorities here on the first island? I know you can get Kraken if you're Wicker Bottom, but I'm not, so.
You asking me what I usually do, or?
Yeah.
I typically just try to get the resources to build a boat so I can sail and find an island with spiders and monkeys. I tried to avoid the Dodo Islands because I'll end up accidentally killing one and then there'll never be another one in the world if either one of them dies.
Yeah.
So I usually just look for a spider monkey island with as many biomes as possible. The beach and the jungle are must-have biomes. The volcanic biome is really good, and so is the field. It has bees and potatoes.
What are some, like, more short-term goals that I could go for here?
I don't know. I haven't really played in a while.
Okay. Rowboat is going to require me to actually have a science machine. And there's not any gold in the first island usually, is there? Let's see, what tools can we make?
No.
Machete, axe. Hammer requires more rocks. I probably want to break down that first shipwreck luggage, whatever it's called. Are the picking times different for Reign of Giants? Because I seem to be canceling more than I did in DST. Like, I wasn't this bad at picking grass. Maybe I'm just being more impatient. I wonder. Currently I'm looking for... Oh, we can get more rocks quite easily just by mining these stones here. Okay. Hammer. Oh, wait. Okay, I did. Got the boat repair kit. Well, I like to have an abundance of grass and twigs, so I'm going to stay here a little bit longer to make sure I have enough of those. 30 grass and 20 twigs I'd be happy with. I'm used to the game pausing when I'm on the map. I actually prefer it. I guess because it gives me more buttons to press when I'm trying to walk from point A to point B with a little in between. Okay, we've got enough grass here. Time to make a machete. How much will my first boat cost? 3 out of 4. And, okay, we also need some vines. Has the mod downloaded?
Not completely yet.
Do you usually use Dropbox, or...?
No, this is like my first time using Dropbox, so...
Oh.
Oh, it looks like the compiled version's done. I'm just gonna... use... I don't need all of them to download, just...
Yes. Claimed a butterfly, which I probably should have saved when I actually need to heal myself from these snakes. Yeah, I'm just not sure of what resources I really need here, because there are a couple of extra ones. In addition to having grass and twigs and logs, you also have your vines and the bamboo.
Those are really good for making boats, especially in sails.
Okay.
That's one thing I do remember.
Good evening, Nibiru. This is Shipwrecked. I have not played much Shipwrecked, so bear with me. This is probably not a wise time of day to leave the island. How close are we to night? I can't tell because there's a bunch of words over it. And there we go. Yeah, it's pretty close to being dark. Can I stand on there with a torch?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Can I craft?
As long as the boat...
Can I craft torches while on it?
I think so. As long as the boat isn't moving, it shouldn't take durability damage either. So wave crashes on it.
Oh, I see how this works. This is not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all. It takes him like 2 years to ever pull his torch out. Okay, let me just walk around then. Collect some stuff here. The night time is not that long to start with here.
Oh, lovely. It crashed again. Not the whole computer this time, but don't starve together.
Oh, that's an improvement. How comfortable are you taking a laptop apart?
When
Not
I
so
don't
much?
have the money to buy a new one?
Oh, yeah. I could understand being a bit cautious there. Well, I'm just going to put it this way. I think the reason my laptop can no longer play games is because I didn't clean it when it needed to be cleaned. And now there's apparently a problem with the graphics card on it, where if you try to play anything intensive, it sends too much energy through it, and it no longer works. It would just completely crash. Am I going to try to survive a whole year? I can try, yeah. What?
I've discovered a problem. Whenever I get to P on my mod list, it crashes.
So it's the problem with the mod that you're...
No, it's a problem with a mod. Which one yet? Let's see.
Damn, I gotta get some food here. There was not much food in that island. I know there's a lot of food in Shipwrecked. I don't remember where to find it though. Is it just mostly seaweed?
I like getting cravats. They're really easy. So if you have a lot of cravats, basically you chase it and then you stop and wait for it to stop running, and then you run up to it and you smack it over and over, and it won't run the second time unless you wait.
Okay. Sounds like something I could do. Worth a try at least. Am I gonna make it all the way back to the original island? I'm so far out here already. Oh well, let's try the crabbit. Are you kidding me? The main island that I'm on is actually quite massive. I wasn't expecting that.
It's possible it merged with the second.
Did they change Wolfgang's look in DST? Like his haircut looks different, I think. Did you ever think that way? Okay, what was the strategy again for the crabbits?
Basically, I don't know if they fix it. I don't know if they fixed it, but you run up to it, wait for it to run away, and then stop running. And then once it stops running, you run up to it again and smack it till it's dead.
Yeah, that still works. At least it seems to. I've been more successful doing this than catching rabbits, that's for sure. Oh well, I am wimpy now. How close are we to a fire? Oh, that's pretty good. I'm just gonna cook this stuff here and eat it. Yeah, that was pretty pathetic. Probably should not have chosen Wolfgang when I wasn't aware of how to survive. Ooh, we got bee boxes here too. Boards and an empty bottle. Well, that's pretty useless. There's no gold on this island. That's my problem, though. Like, even if there seems to be a nice variety of sea life here, but can I eat the crabbit's meat raw? Because it says it's fish.
You should be.
What the hell? Dunby shellfish. What causes them to hide again?
If you wait too long after chasing them.
Okay. Oh, you're right. These things are somewhat ridiculously easy to kill.
So much of the stuff is just
There's that much stuff, huh?
looks like they were focused more on the program art so far. I usually do the art first.
Yeah. different strokes for different folks. What the hell, a monkey? This island really does have it all. Yeah. Can still. Oh, uh-oh. I accidentally hit a monkey. There is no greater crime on this green earth than hitting one of those. There are 6 fish morsels. Wait, can I eat them or not? Do you know? Let's see here. Yeah, you can eat them raw. Okay. Just drop the bottle. Well, I definitely don't want to be here now. I've got to find an island that actually has stuff on it. Like gold. Where's my boat? I have another one crafted, don't I? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, there we go. That damn monkey. One thing I should probably... Oh, I don't have enough flint. Ugh. That's not good. Snakes. What is here? Like, this island is massive that I start on. I'm surprised there's no gold. I'm gonna look through the island and see if there's really no gold.
I think you'd like this character that they're adding in with the mod. He has a compass built into him, so you can always know which way is north, since you always rotate your screen.
Yeah, that does sound like the type of character that would have beneficial... Oh, here we go. Monkey house. Primate hut, I should say. That's a lot of primates. Oh, we are on a different island. Okay, I just assumed things I shouldn't have assumed. Huh. It's just a really small island. Yeah. Okay then. It was good for the crabbits though. How quickly do they respawn? Do you know?
Not sure. I can look it up though.
Oh, flint. Nice. Okay, not nice. I need one more flint to actually get the pickaxe. Takes flint to make flint. Is there really no more flint? I'm so sad. Okay, here we go. Sail back to our home island. Hopefully there's some stuff over there I can use.
Okay, there it is. Crap it in. Huh, it doesn't say how often they respawn. That's weird.
How about rabbits? I don't even know how long it takes a rabbit to respawn. Oh, it's every day, isn't it?
You know what? I can check, actually. Start. DLC 2.
Okay, here we are. Home sweet home. Once again. And there is more flint.
Yeah, it looks like it takes about 1 day to respawn. Pause.
Dolphin-free tuna? I didn't know they had canned food in Shipwrecked. When was that added? That was added in the beta?
I think so, yeah.
Huh. Reminds me of the Musha mod.
That's probably where the Mishimar got the assets from.
No, okay, maybe for that specifically, but I've heard that the Musha mod has been around for more years than Shipwrecked has been in beta. Hasn't it?
Well, I'm not sure about that, but, like, it could be that once the Shipwrecked thing came out, they used the art from that.
Yeah, the real question would be how long has the Musha mod had the canned food in it? Not many crabbits on the side of the island. Okay, Wolfgang, it's time we talk about your inventory management. This is atrocious. That's a little bit better.
Oh my word.
What's up?
I'm not sure if I should say everything I'm discovering with this mod, because I do know they want to keep it a secret.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm just cracked up easily by this.
Oh, that's good.
I'm also like looking at the code as well as playing the mod at the same time.
How do you do that?
I've got the code open in my, well, I'm opening the files with Notepad++ while I'm playing the...
Okay. I wasn't sure if there was like some sort of dynamic IDE that you could load it into, and like it would show you files as they're loaded or something like that. You could just scroll through them or whatnot. That's why I asked. I don't know as much about programming as you do, so. Cloth.
I'm gonna die.
Wait, it's possible to actually die in the game now?
If it's Don't Starve, of course it's possible to die. I spawned a deer clops to try and figure out what this line of code does, but I don't think it's gonna tell me. I think I have to try and figure out what the code does by looking at the code.
Probably a good idea. The starting island was fairly big here. A lot more than, or a lot bigger than most of them are. But I probably should get some more resources before I leave, huh? Let's get rid of the hammer. Yep. Oh, I don't even have space for bamboo. Wow.
Actually, I think I might. Well, just to test it with a different character. Sure, I think it.
So is bamboo considered a good resource to keep on you or not?
Nah, probably not. Unless you need to craft a boat.
Okay. Trying to do the spam click thing and it's taking me longer to cut down a bush than normal. Okay, we're gonna stop doing that, okay? Enough spam clicking. It's driving me crazy.
Okay, never mind. That's not what the code does. It just... I never realized Deerclops lowers your sanity so quickly.
Yeah,
Like, standing right next to him, it goes like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
well, it's his aura is bigger than most, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, here I am with no campfire and just a torch. I should probably craft another. Huh. Probably gonna drop the boards. Let's see here. This raft doesn't require boards, but rowboat does. But we need a science engine, and we don't have any gold. Oh, I made an extra machete when I didn't need one. Rip. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't have an organized inventory. What did I expect? Okay, so where do we want to go from here? I don't think there's an island there. We could stop back at that second island again for more cravats. If we need the food. But the waves are taking us this direction? Yeah. Might as well follow them. Play to the strengths of the world that we're in. Or the environment, more appropriately. Ooh, found oil. Okay. This could be promising. No? Okay. Maybe not. Oh, it's one of those plains areas. There's never usually much on these besides radishes or something.
They're sweet potatoes, I
Sweet
think.
potatoes, yeah, okay.
And they mostly just have bees and grass.
And the message in a bottle, apparently. Let's read this. Huh. I might as well pick up the hat. Not wearing anything else in my head. And there was a mangrove. Is it a mangrove? Yeah, the mangrove trees. So I'm assuming it's a mangrove. Huh. It's a bit of an archipelago. Oh, we have gold. Yes. Too bad I left my boards behind, huh? And it's... oh, it is enough. Okay, great. Time to make a science machine. Gonna make a backpack and an actual boat. But first I'm gonna need an axe. Just gonna need some of these trees. Hopefully I don't get bit by snakes. Yes, I forgot how annoying these mods, this game was with forcing you to place the stuff that's in your hands down before you can pick up anything else. Bananas, butterflies. It's always good for food. Holy crap, look at all these butterflies. So much food. And an egg, too. Nature is too good to us. If only I could actually kill that butterfly. Okay, nature sucks. There we go.
Nature sucks me whenever I have to go outside.
Well, I was chasing down a butterfly. Okay. Let's see if we can get the science machine built. Yep. Wanted to build a backpack. Probably a shovel, maybe, I don't know. At least prototype it. Probably also want to refine some resources here. So rope, stone, cloth, boards. I really like the butterflies in Shipwrecked. They're a lot more colorful than usual. And flamboyant. Their designs are, I don't know, like creative though, I guess. I would try to build an alchemy engine, but I don't have enough gold, sadly. I'm gonna replant these trees here for later. Yep. Come on. Bees are usually pretty rare in this game, aren't they? Like they're only in a few places. Like maybe you have 5 per world total or something. Gonna make a spear here. Oh, and the rowboat. If we can. Yeah, we can barely just make a rowboat. Before I hammer it back down. There. Oh, did I also drop my hammer? I think I did. I'm gonna knock it back down. The gold. Okay. On the road again. There's a sweet potato, but I should probably pick it. There's no point in saving these, is there? They're just like carrots. Interestingly enough, no bees. What does it take to make a boat lantern? Yep. Wow. Getting low on those twigs. Yeah, gotta find more. Yeah, so there were no actual... Wait, can we walk through here? No. Rowboat. This should be a bit faster. Ooh. There's more to this island here, including some volcano turf.
I'm falling asleep. I think I'm gonna head to bed.
Okay, good night.
Toodle.
First seaweed in a while. That's right. You can't pick stuff while having your map open. Yep, we got more gold. Oh, it's a wild boar. What the hell? Why did he go after that pig? That was not intentional. I forgot they actually did that charge. Doesn't appear to be much else here. Have 2 gold now. Let's go do that. Yeah, we still need a lot more. Maybe we should go this way. Let's get this crabbit. Just kind of wanted to see what was in this part of the island, besides the mangrove trees. So they did have this volcano turf on it. Oh, that's gold, isn't it? Pretty sure we can get gold from that. Wait, we can't knock that down? Wait, what do I need to knock it down? A hammer? No, okay. I forgot. I'll have to look that up. What is a magma pile? Magma pile. They can be dug using a shovel. Yeah, they don't yield gold though. Oh no, some of them can. The gold flecked ones has a chance to drop gold nuggets. Yeah, just gold nuggets, okay. Yep, and that's what you forget. In 2 years since playing it. My, how time does fly. Oh, I need twigs. Especially for torches. I forgot about that. Should I dig them up? It's a tough call. Can at least grab the ones here. Day 5 already. Still even haven't found the gold that I need. Which is a bit depressing. It's hard to say where to go next. Can we try to find another island? Ooh, coral. It's good to know where that is. And a dolphin palace. It's part of the beta. Oops. Let's follow the waves here. Seems to be a lot of nothing out here. Back to Monkey Island. Forgot we had bees here. That's good to know. Okay. So I need to find more gold. It's like my #1 priority here. I guess we're gonna have to do that tomorrow though. Do I have a campfire? Yeah. I'll cook these limpets on there before they go bad. Left my boat way over here. So which way do we go? Let's go a straight line away from it. If we get away from everything, maybe we'll find something. Wait, another dolphin palace? It's hard to believe that is still in beta. It is still in beta, right? If I look at Don't Starve... Oh, did it come out of beta now? I think it did. Okay. 2017. Yeah, I think that's no longer in beta. Apparently it came out in December of 2017. Which makes sense, but... dig these up. Just twigs are something I do not have a lot of. Here it's 10. And 10 cut grass anyway. Or grass tufts. I'm gonna leave it at that. And then I'll have 10 twigs. It'd be a decent start. I'd like 20 though before I actually start planting, but at least I'll have half of them gathered here. This is an area that has a lot of them. Other areas, they might be a bit more scarce. Just a desert island, huh? Yeah. Yeah, nothing much on this island, it looks like. Might as well stock up on these twigs and grass. Where do we go next? Oh, what? There's another island right over here. Okay. It's a marsh. Ooh. And a touchstone. Now, when activating these, it's important to at least leave some flint behind. Because if you don't have any flint, you won't be able to get the hell off the island. So I'm leaving some flint behind. Hey, where are you running? Get back here. So apparently it only works in the daytime. And just as I say that, it works at night. Or in the evening. Okay. Let's see what this island has. Mostly just looking for gold at this point. Thanks for the follow, Shadowfax. Is that a Lord of the Rings reference? There's been a dearth of gold in this world. Found a total of 2 so far. We don't need the niter. Could be some in the center, maybe. There are also snakes in the center. Yeah, I don't see any. Yes, there it is. Good to hear. Yeah, I've seen the Lord of the Rings movies quite a bit. I was quite enthralled by them, I guess you could say, when I was maybe a teen, so. This is, oh, we have gold. Won't be enough for an alchemy, I don't think. Even if we get 2, we're getting closer. Evening, Mr. Rian? Rian, maybe? Oh, my torch is out, okay. So, we gotta go back for the gold. Let's see here. They've held up over time, the movies, yeah. It was sort of in that time when CGI was getting good enough where things didn't look out of place at all. So, like Gollum still looks really good. Even though they used some CGI on Andy's character. It's been about 2 years since I've played Shipwrecked, so don't expect me to do too well here. Where do I go next? I need gold. And I need it badly. Where did I leave the boat? Okay, we're headed towards it. The blubbering pond. Tidal pools. Yeah. Yep, forgot about that dude. Okay. No! What the hell? I was just about to get out of there and then we get Wolfgang hunger animations. Isn't he supposed to have like immune frames when he's doing the animation in single player? I thought he did. Okay, we don't want to go that way. Let's go this way. You wish it were multiplayer? Yeah. I would play it more if it was multiplayer. If you could even just set up a shard on your Don't Starve world to be shipwrecked that you could migrate to, sort of like the caves. I would have liked to see that, but looks like we're not getting it, so. Everyone else kind of quit early tonight, probably because it's the weekend, and tomorrow is Monday, so there wasn't anybody really to play with. I thought I'd boot up Shipwrecked again and give it another try, especially with Hamlet hopefully coming out sometime this summer. Probably just need to familiarize myself again with Some of the small quirks that... Oop, took some damage there. Some of those small quirks that are present in Don't Starve that aren't in Don't Starve Together. Oh, we got another island here. Doesn't look too promising for gold, but you never know. Drop these. They were right about food, though. I'd oftentimes heard that food was so much easier to come by in Shipwrecked. And it's the truth. It's like everywhere you look there's food, even for Wolfgang. Oh, this is a small island. Even for Wolfgang you have tons and tons of food. Any seeds? No. Okay. There's some seeds there, then. Of course, this is the mild season, so things are only going to get harder from here. And it's day 7 already, and I don't even have the gold. Gold for an alchemy engine, which I feel is really holding me back here. Messages in bottles? It's just a bottle? Oh, it's an empty bottle. Okay, I don't care. Maybe I should keep it. I've got the room. No point in throwing it back. I'll throw it out when I need to pick up something more important. Where are we likely to find more islands? I feel like there might be some more islands in here. I think this is like the biggest flaw in Shipwrecked, is there's so much time spent exploring areas of the map that have really nothing in them. Like, you think about exploring biomes in Don't Starve Together or Reign of Giants, at least you kind of knew that you were mapping something out and making progress. I just don't feel the same way about Shipwrecked. It seems like a lot of the time that's spent in the ocean is just time lost. Man, my butterflies are going bad. Uh-oh, ooh, we got gold here. This might be it. 1 gold. We probably need 1 more gold for the science machine first, because we need to do the doodads. See that? That's not right. Yeah, each doodad requires 2 gold. So let's explore here a bit. Greatest thing from Shipwrecked? Coffee. Yeah, but it remains to be seen if I'll get there. Here we got more gold. How many more golds are here? At least 2. This should be enough either way you cut it. So we've got the gold. Do we have the stone? We might. We probably just need wood now. And we can prefab a lot of the stuff we need. And then start looking for a base. I mean, this is not... This actually might be where we settle the base. Because we've got a swamp right next to us and a fisherman. I don't need that. Drop it, Wolfgang. I should bring up my notepad here. I've got everything written down that I need on it. 8 gold, they say. I only have 6. Is there no more gold on this thing at all? It doesn't look like it. So I'm gonna have to cut out what? I shouldn't cut out the lightning rod. Lightning rod is important. What else do we not need gold for? Oh, we've got dogs. First wave. I might want to craft a log suit. I'm not too familiar with their attack pattern. Last time I played against them was when the beta was when Shipwrecked was still in beta and they were changing them. Which was about 7 months ago, 8 months ago at this point, I think. It's hard to believe, isn't it? I would like to know what... Uh-oh. Here they are. Yep. This could be bad. one of them's down. Whew. That was tough. I don't know what happened to my spear. Oh, there it is, my backpack. Hey, good example of why I don't like backpacks. There we go. Well, could be worse. Just gonna eat all these butterflies here. Get back a little of the health. Should I pick up the monster meat? It's kinda not that useful. But let's do it anyway. Oh, I said I was gonna get rid of this bottle. It was no longer convenient for me to have it. So I might as well do that. Oh, it is 10:35, huh? After I finish exploring around this island, I'll probably call it a night. Because they usually quit at 10:30 my time. So, got about 5 minutes over that. Ooh. They're getting larger. It's a bit of a land bridge there, it looks like. And we found the slot machine. Nice. We don't have any room for those doubloons. How many doubloons does it take again? 3? Apparently they're not going to show it to me without pre-crafting it. I think it takes like 3 doubloons to make 1 gold. I mean, I could play the slot machine, I suppose. Right, you just put the gold in it. What are we gonna get? Butterflies? And a butterfly net. Well, I guess it's good for the health. Which is something we could definitely use. The mightiness, not so much. Yeah, let's play it again. Who knows, it could be monsters this time that come and kill me. Yep, it is. Hello, monsters. Let's use the spear first. Oh, they're just gonna sleep? Okay. Wow. Some monsters, huh? That was silly. Probably should pick some seashells here. Just keep our sanity up a bit. Ooh, rope. Sadly, I can't think of anything I'd need rope for right now. I've already prefabbed it. I suppose I could drop 1 vine and pick up the rope instead. The rope is definitely more valuable. So if we do decide to stay on this island, how close is the coral, for example? Is that a feeling it was... Oh, it's a long ways away. Wow, okay. Yeah, not so sure about that. Because you need the coral for at least a chimenea, which is essential for that. The next season, was it the rainy season? It comes up. There's not a whole lot on this little land. It wasn't really a land bridge. It was kind of a land bridge, but there might be more gold on this island now, though. And then once I get 8, then I can prefab everything that I'm interested in. Getting a refrigerator might be a challenge. Because the floaty boaty nights are nowhere near as predictable. Or, I'm not sure if predictable is the right word. But they're not something you can just say one day, yeah, I'm going to go over there and kill the clockworks, right? They require some preparation. Oh my god. I just want to kill this butterfly. There we go. Are those monkeys? I think those are monkeys. Yep, here we go. More gold. Just what I needed. we go chasing butterflies again. Yeah, there are monkeys here. That's a bit of a downside. I don't like monkeys, especially if my base is close to them. I'll pick that bush. Oh, you have gold here, but it's so close to the monkeys. They might steal our stuff that we mine. Well, at least I got the gold. The monkeys are royal pains, but I bested them today. Is this the right way? Ah, there's even more gold, but we have our 8 gold, so I'm just gonna leave this one here, I guess. Because the monkeys, there's a good chance they just steal it from me. I've got so many after me now. Yeah, there's another gold rock. It seems like the monkeys are always around those. And another gold rock. This is the island we were looking for. Another one. On like day 3. It would have been nice to have this island. Yeah, you're not eating those berries for me today, monkey. This is a pretty big island. Ah, it is tempting, isn't it? Like, look at all the different biodiversity on this island. There's a lot of stuff. We might settle here after all. If we can get... we can get rid of the monkeys. Does he gotta read? Yeah, there's that thing again. Got the reeds as well. Okay, where's my boat? Well, I said that I was gonna be quitting once I mapped out the island. So I'm just gonna hop in the boat, hopefully to lose the monkeys, and then I'll be logging off for the night. Here we go. Get in the boat. Okay, that sums up the stream for tonight. Thanks to everybody for watching and following. I'll see you tomorrow at roughly the same time. Have a good night.